everything is lining up for crypto right now. Don't fall for the bear propaganda, okay? Remember, bears are filthy, stinky animals who will drink your last beer and try to steal your girlfriend. They're not your friends, okay? They're bears. They're evil. Anyway, we got a lot to cover. Most recent Trump tweets. The big picture with Bitcoin. A lot of altcoin charts. I want to take a look at some of the charts of coins or the hot things just a few days ago that are not so hot anymore. We got a lot to cover, so we're getting into, of course, answering your questions and taking your chart requests in the second half of the stream. So make sure to stick around for the good times. Trump, the Don is back, this time threatening cooking oil. I know what you're thinking. Not another traumatic event in the market. Not the cooking oil crash of Monday. Tuesday. Yeah, the cooking oil crash of Tuesday. It's amazing. $450 billion wiped out of market. Just sounds pretty dramatic, but then you realize it's only like a 0.5% move or something like that. But you can see the market did react to it nevertheless. Yeah. Currently, though, the market doesn't seem to give a crap about that because futures are up 0.65% so far today, meaning that people are looking at the Trump-China tariff drama and not really putting a lot of importance on it. Everybody believes a deal will be made, and I believe a deal will be made too, and that everything will just pump after the deal is made in probably about 2 weeks. We end December, we end October in the green, we end Q4 in the green. Paul Tudor Jones, my man, he sees Fed fund rate at 2.5 or 2.75 in a year. The Fed is just gonna keep cutting the rates. If Paul Tudor Jones is right, and he is a man who I do not want to fade, okay? Ever since I found out about the Tudor, it's been on, man. This guy's got some pretty good insights in the markets, to be fair. I mean, he's a smart dude who's made incredible amounts of money. Pay attention. If he's right, that means about a 50% drop in interest rates, a 40% drop in interest rates between now and next year. That's good for markets. See, 25 basis point cut we got last time from 4.5% to 4.25% on the rates. That doesn't really help anybody. That doesn't. That's child's play. But if we get down under 3%, 2.5%, that helps a lot of people. That does a lot. That money that cheap, that means the housing market unthaws, right? People start selling their houses, taking the money they got from selling their houses, they buy dog coins, and we're back. Connect the dots, guys. It all leads to dog coins pumping, which I have no exposure. I only have a penguin coin right now. Or I mean coin portfolio. Fed's Jerome Powell may be approaching the end of balance sheet contraction in coming months. Let me translate that for you. They're going to end quantitative tightening. They're not going to be so tight anymore. That's a good thing, okay? QT's been with us for far too long, especially when it comes to like mortgage-backed securities and stuff like that, but also treasuries and stuff too. So when they end QT, it's not QE. I got to be super clear about that. The ending of quantitative tightening does not mean quantitative easing where they flood the system with money. But the end of QT means that the monetary conditions are increasingly loose. They're very loose already, and they're going to keep being loose. They're only getting looser as rate cuts and the end of QT and all that kind of stuff comes in. Don't fade this. Watch the momentum. Watch what's happening, okay? Joe Consorti, we have a completely dovish Fed, 125 basis points of rate cuts already priced in, poised to end QT. S&P 500 and NASDAQ at all-time highs. Gold ripping through. By the way, happy all-time high to gold holders, $4,200 today. Holy cow. Bitcoin's effectively been range bound since May. You know what happens next? Don't overthink it. We are due. We are due for a massive, massive move in the markets here, okay? Crypto will not be down forever. Bitcoin yesterday rallied right again into the 50-day EMA at $115,000 before Trump tweeted. We pulled back a little bit from then, okay? Not too crazy, but still momentum on the bear side while we were trading under these key exponential moving averages. Watch for a breakout at 115,500 approximately. That's probably a chance to go long on Bitcoin. I think at that point, aiming up for new all-time highs. MACD still trending down. RSI still trading well below the control line here, meaning the momentum right now has not recovered from the crash. Okay, we've had some big moves back price-wise, but we haven't had a recovery of a lot of the indicators showing momentum has significantly moved in the other direction. Okay, So you can be patient. You can wait for the 50-day EMA retake before trying to go long in the market, okay? By the way, America has added 127,000 Bitcoin to their Bitcoin strategic reserve by apparently cracking this giant pig butchering scam. That's crazy. Good. Screw those scammers. And shit, America just got a lot more Bitcoin. They just had a 50% increase to their stack. Now, obviously, seeking the forfeiture of is not receiving the Bitcoin yet. So there's still, I think, some stuff to go through here. But looks like they're going to get a whole shit ton more Bitcoin added to the strategic reserve, which is good because that means 100 and some thousand Bitcoin that are not going to be dumped by the Department of Justice, like we always used to see happen. It means 127,000 Bitcoin that are just going to be hodled for decades upon decades. Okay, nice. Tyler, what's up, man? Shout out. How you doing, bro? Nice to see you. Okay, continuing. This is very interesting, shared by Lorenz Sao. This is the Russell 2000. Okay, the Russell 2000. These are smaller cap stocks in the USA. Okay, last time he posted about the Russell was hitting all-time highs, trying to break out, didn't quite do it. It ended up rejecting first try. A couple of weeks later, trying to break out again, printing new all-time highs. This chart will single-handedly resuscitate your wallet of worthless shit coins. Amen. Amen to that. Well said. You can see major momentum shift happening here on smaller cap stocks as risk starts moving down. Okay. Look, there are still people buying NVIDIA at a $4.5 trillion market cap, but you need to understand, to double your money on NVIDIA, you needed to add another $4.5 trillion of market cap. It's a big ask. Whereas smaller cap stocks start looking very exciting. And there's a lot of cool shit happening in the stock world, man. There's some great data center stocks, great energy stocks, great robotics stocks, AI stocks, and there's all this cool stuff going on from these smaller companies that are worth hundreds of millions to billions that have great upside potential. So the equity market's starting to seek more risk, which means that people start seeking more risk in the cryptocurrency markets as well. NASDAQ here currently just slowly grinding higher, isn't it? MACD currently trending down. So we could see this all-time high, the next all-time high breakout coming, in a few days' time or a few weeks' time. Might have to consolidate around here a little bit above these key EMAs before grinding higher. And this is a major index that moves very slowly. Right now, I think I told you guys yesterday, we got stopped out on a Bitcoin trade. Haven't taken a new position. We're just going to be a bit patient on looking for a better setup here on Bitcoin. If you want to come trade with me over on BitUnix, guys, never been a better time to sign up. Absolutely crazy deal going on right now. Of course, no KYC, no VPN, meaning anyone, anywhere can sign up. That is you. Okay. Long the shorts, long the rips, short the dips, short the longs, long the shorts, whatever you guys want to do over there. Okay. Have a good time trading. They got all the majors. They got the deep liquidity. They got all kinds of exotic altcoins. They're pretty quick to list stuff. And when you sign up, links right down here under the video. When you sign up, you'll get up to $700 in deposit bonuses. Deposit 10K is $700 back. Okay. Check it out. Link down below. Plus, there's all kinds of crazy trading bonuses, and we're giving away $1,000 every day during our live streams. Today's live stream. Let's give away $1,000. So we've already asked Grok to do the calculations here for us. So you can see it took about 2.5 minutes again. That's why we're not doing it during the stream. So winners today are these two guys. Of course, we're excluding anybody who's deposited less than $110 because there are people trying to game the system, and I want, real people to win. Wait a second. Try that again. Okay, here. Copy that. That's the problem. There we go. Okay, this guy put in $500. He's going to be getting back $500. Congratulations. That is user number 728367144. Of course, we're not sharing email addresses. You do have to check your user ID. The team will deposit that in there within the next 24 hours. You have to claim it in your My Rewards Center. And the other guy here, this dude here, 599675184. Right here. Look at that. Put in $262. Guess what? You got $500 coming back, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations to today's winners. Come back tomorrow. We're going to win another $1,000. Thanks, guys, for a bit. So, Jim Cramer says he hopes money can be taken out of crypto and put into real economy stocks. Oh, God. Oh, Jim. Fuck, I wanted to buy stocks too. You know, I guess we have altcoin seasons back on, baby. We're gonna pump. We're gonna pump, man. It's gonna go nuts. Are we still holding say? No, I flipped my say into other stuff. I'm just trying to consolidate down my bags, man. Have fewer positions. Anyway, Jim Cramer. Obviously, the joke is famous counter indicator here in the markets. I like stocks. Stocks are cool. I keep taking money and putting it in stocks, and I'll continue to do that moving forward. But this also makes me very bullish on crypto, to be fair. Nick from Coin Bureau, the worst could be over. The leverage flushes have historically preceded months of positive returns. While there is a period of consolidation for 30 days after a big long liquidations event, average forward performance has exceeded 30%. Bitcoin looking good here. That's interesting. Sharing this piece of research from K33, average forward performance, Bitcoin post 10% long liquidation collapses. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, more data showing us that once we get over the damage that was done by what's just happened with this leverage flush, that we're going to be okay. And look, we did a video on that the other day too, that usually the total market of cryptos and stuff like that recovers within 90 days on average. What's your biggest layer one bag? Solana currently. Any chance we can get QE later this year? Extremely unlikely. Extremely unlikely. Guys, you don't necessarily... Patrick guy, you seem more like yourself again after getting rattled at the weekend. I was not rattled the weekend. I was having a good time. Obviously, it was not fantastic to see, but sometimes I think you guys put your own stuff onto me. It's okay. I can be your punching bag. I can be your projection bag. It's all good. I just had surgery like a couple days before the Saturday morning stream. That's why I got up and streamed, because there was crazy shit going on in the market. I want to talk to you guys about it, let you know what I thought about it. That usually these leverage crashes are brutal and disgusting, and then we pop back and everything's okay. So I don't know. I've been pretty chill recently, guys. I've been having a good time. Just been a bit lower energy since the the hernia surgery, which is pretty lame. Hernia surgery, man, that makes me feel old. Holy shit. That makes me feel old. Anyway, here's what it is. They're all-time high for gold. Let's go. Let's go. Man, Adam, one of the things, I stacked so much gold and silver back in New Zealand, and I just didn't take it with me. And should have. Anyway, say la vie. It's fine. Plenty of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's easier to carry. Yeah, continuing. Ethereum layer one transactions and active addresses are all-time highs, while gas fees are close to all-time lows. And we did have a pretty big spike the other day on gas fees when the crash happened, which is pretty normal for Ethereum. Unfortunately, Solana kept low fees, by the way. ETH chart looks a lot like the BTC chart right now, looks a lot like the SOL chart right now. These three key assets are approximately moving in unison. Okay, Solana chart maybe looking a little bit better than the ETH chart right now, but I mean, it's very minor differences here. What you want to see for all three of these, whether it be Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana, and these are going to lead the way higher, okay? What you want to see for them, 50-day EMA breakout, that's the blue line, okay? If you like longing any of these, long them from the blue line. Watch for a MACD bullish crossover, that's down here. It's not bullish crossover yet. Until it confirms, it has not crossed over. Watch for a bullish crossover down here, and watch for the RSI down here to overtake the control line, yellow line here. RSI breakout, or any of these could come first, okay? So just watch these three things. One of them may be enough to confirm a move starting to boil up. 2 or 3 definitely confirms the trend shifting, as long as there's no random bullshit that happens, like Trump treating, more trade war stuff, which definitely could happen. So just, keep that in mind. Pump fund, not currently looking like all that much fun, and not pumping all that much. But guess what? They had $1.7 million in revenue yesterday, which means they bought back $1.7 million in pump fund tokens yesterday. Is a good pickup line with girls just hodl and DCA? Hodl me, baby. Let's go. I always thought it was a pretty good one is... you must be Irish because my pants be Dublin. It's terrible. Never say that to a girl. Never say it to a girl. That's, oh my gosh. Anyway, you're better off with just, hey baby, you want to hodl and DCA some Bitcoin with me? The right girl's going to say yes to that. Should I sell my stay bag? I have no idea if you should sell your bag or not, man. The reason I sold mine was I'm kind of less convinced in the layer one trade, but also I really just want to have fewer positions. I've got, I don't know, 13, 14 coins, something like that right now. It's still too many. I'd like to have like 6 or 7 beyond Bitcoin. That's enough. Anyway, Pump Fun, like a lot of the altcoins, is lagging right now, but I'm not going to fade the Pump Fun cartel. Okay. This thing's going to go again. I have a strong feeling. At the current revenue and the current market cap, they are buying back 50% a year of the current circulating supply. Okay. That's why I've got a big fat bag of Pump Fun currently. Watch for the RSI to break out beyond this orange line right here to be a leading indicator over the break of the control line. MACD still trending down, so it's still looking bearish right now. But I don't think that's going to last for much longer, especially if the majors start moving. Pengu, relatively similar situation to a lot of our coins right now. Not too much to talk about there. Watch for a 20-day EMA break. XPL. And I want to talk about a few of the coins that were like the hot things of the week. I caught just a couple weeks ago. Okay, bought some XPL at 650 market cap. Let's go. Let's go. Now, here's the deal. This was the darling of crypto when the price was up here at $1.70. Down here, it became one of the most hated assets in crypto, around 90 cents. And down here, it became, go buy some rope stuff. Currently, we're 75% under the highs. Was your hernia from lifting your pump bag? I guess, man. I guess. Are we still bullish on SUI? We'll take a look at the charts for that in a few minutes. Remind me, Graham, in case I forget to bring it up. I can't remember if I've got the SUI chart up here or not. Maybe I don't. Well, maybe we'll look at it after the XPL chart and the stable chart. We'll do the stable coins first. We'll talk about the next charts. Anyway, this thing is down massively. Now, I look at a chart like this, okay? And you can see slowly but surely, this is wildly over sold MACD here. That's going to turn around under the zero line and have a massive potential for a bullish reversal. The RSI didn't get technically to oversold, but once we reclaim the control line there, probably going to signal a movement here as well. You can see how far it is under the key EMAs here as well. And I don't have a bag. I've been watching from the sidelines. I almost thought, like, man, I should just get a bag and just run it from like 47 cents back to like, I don't know, 90 cents or something like that and see if we can get that play. I don't know. You know, the thing I don't like about it, which sometimes I think too much. Oh, Lark, stop thinking so much all the time. The token doesn't really fucking do anything. That's the problem. That's why I like Pump. The token, at least they have aggressive buybacks. There's something I can tangibly hold on there to, right? XPL doesn't really do very much. It's problematic. And of course, all the pre-salers are still up, even at this level, are up, I don't know, 100x or whatever. It's crazy. So that's one thing that kind of makes me go, yeah, I'll stick with my Athena bags. But I could see that for a swing trade, you know, from 47 cents up to $1 or something. Maybe I should just do a nice like 2x long on it or something. I don't know. Anyway, think it out loud. Stable. This was the hot thing, man. Look at that. Damn. Right back down to, I guess, I don't know when it came out. This is on Binance, so it's probably listed somewhere else, but earlier. Next, usually this stuff, but earlier. Well, not much earlier. Anyways, basically right back to the absolute bottom of the range. Look at this. Look at this. This is down 82% since the recent highs. Good God, man, crypto. You know, I really, really, really understand why people are enjoying stocks so much. Stocks are pretty cool. Like stocks are volatile too, and they'll move a bit slower and all that kind of stuff. But damn, dog. Yeah, ages ago, man, ages ago. I thought it'd be fun to come back and look a few weeks later. And I know we just had a big, move down the market, but this is just one of those reminders. When things are really, really hot, probably not a great time to buy. And everyone's talking about how it's going to go to the moon, blah, blah, blah. It's probably not a great time to buy most things. Now, is there a potential play here now for stable or XPL? Potentially, especially if you're bullish on the stablecoin narrative, right? Here's Athena, by the way. Other big stablecoin plays, the one I have, by the way. If you want to see my portfolio disclosures, as always, down below in the description, pin comment over an X. Altcoins down there, plus a risk disclosure, because investing in crypto is effing risky. You can literally lose all of your money like that, which is real for the people this week. Fucking crypto, man. Oh, anyway, This chart at least getting a bit closer to the 20-day EMA reclaim, breakout to the 20-day EMA, and that orange line there. We're probably after the race. Now, somebody's asking about SUI. Sway. Apparently, it's called sway, guys. Sway. Sway, not sway. Not like calling for a big, here's sway, 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 sway. Sway. Okay. Like Patrick Swayze, but without the Z. Okay. Okay. Anyway, everybody calls it SUI. Let's have a look at SUI here. SUI, interesting chart. Interesting chart. Look, looks like the vast majority of altcoins right now. I can't say anything specific about this that I don't really have commentary on for everything else. The MACD is wildly oversold. When we get the crossover down here, it's going to be a particularly powerful one, the bullish crossover. That'll be a particularly powerful one because that's kind of a launch pad when you get this kind of a massively oversold reading on the MACD and you get a bullish crossover that low. And fuck, we're still in a bull market, guys. I know not for altcoins right now, but we're still in a bull market overall for crypto and definitely for equities and everything we shared in this video. Paul Tudor-Jones's estimates on the rate cuts, the ending of QT, the resolution of the trade tariff bullshit. It's all going to be massively bullish tailwinds for the market. Okay. Anyway, SUI, much like the other ones, you know, if you're just a value buyer, I guess you're buying at value right now. Watch for a 20-day EMA retake. That's around 315 or so right now. Watch for the RSI control line breakout. MACD, bullish crossover under the zero line here. These are the kind of things that are going to be some strong indicators momentum has shifted and trends likely to move back up in a violent way. Now, if you don't want to wait, buying at 280, if you're a long-term holder and you just think this thing's going to go to $7-8 on the next move or whatever, well, you know, there you go. What happened to Block? I haven't even looked at the chart in a few days, man. I swapped it into a meme coin that also went to zero. Fuck. Anyway, let's burn some more money in the crypto casino. I don't know, man. I think the World Liberty Fi has just taken a big hit, and that as a proxy to that, I mean, it just got slaughtered. It got mega slaughtered, man. So, yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. Lost on that one. Shit. Oh, well. You know, that's the thing is why, like, that was a speculative position, right? So I don't know, had a very small percentage of my total portfolio into that, right? So it's never great to lose money. Should have just taken that fucking money and put it in stocks. Would have been way better off putting it into literally anything in the stock market compared to putting it into some random fucking altcoin. That's the tricky part right now, man, is there's very few altcoins that feel investable at this stage of the market. And there's going to be some that I think do really well. But, man, most of these things are just overvalued bullshit and fly-by-night operations where they just go to zero. Anyway, whatever. I'm not saying that's Block, but, man, their coin got slaughtered. So, anyway, there you go. There you go, guys. Look, yeah, that's the outlook on say right now. We got a couple others I want to take a quick look at. Things that were very hot. Aster has been chilling right here around this previous support. Now you can see acting very, very clearly as resistance. I think the airdrop has opened, so we haven't actually seen massive airdrop sell pressure, which I think is a pretty good thing because that was sort of the fear, like, oh my gosh, I mean, airdrop Armageddon, everything's going to go to zero. My girlfriend says I'm not allowed to mention the word crypto anymore. James, they're digital assets. They're digital assets, man. You're covered. You're good. They start airdrop claims. Yeah, you know, it's been a crazy week, but I swear I traded. I swear I claimed my airdrop yesterday. Didn't I do that? I swear I did that. Am I dreaming? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's open for airdrop claiming. So if you haven't claimed your airdrop yet, go in and grab some. Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's going to be interesting. I think when this breaks out beyond $1.50, that starts the new uptrend here for Aster. Binance is getting a lot of flack right now for a variety of reasons. Some of it deserved, some of it less deserved, but definitely if you're bullish on Binance Smart Chain and everything they're building over here, Aster is going to have some real potential to the upside, especially considering there's 70% buybacks and they're running huge daily fees. So when those kick in, which they've already started doing some buybacks, they said they're not going to do them programmatically. They're just going to start, you know, throwing a bunch of money in from time to time. Yeah. That's lame, dude. Sorry, Steve-O. My girlfriend opened a BTC long at 105K. You're the dude who went up to her and said, hey, baby, you want to hodl some Bitcoin and DCA. And she's like, yeah, let's go. Well done, Norse. Avantis, man, this was the hot coin again. You see Aster showing an incredibly more strength than, can anyone see this? I can see it. Hi. You're here. We see you. Aster's shown a huge amount of strength by comparison to Avantis. Now, I'm not saying Avantis is bad. I'm not saying you can't farm it and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's down 75%, but that's kind of pretty standard for most altcoins right now. The problem that I had with Avantis, and the reason I didn't rush in to buy it, should have bought it back here, mind you, when I first saw people talking about it. And I looked at the token, I was like, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't matter. Why do you keep thinking that it matters if a token does anything, Larkin? Are people talking about it? Is a momentum trade starting? Are people going to run it up and buy it? Yeah. Anyway, Avantis doesn't currently do anything. There's no token buybacks or anything like that. I don't think they've confirmed any token buybacks, or have they? I can't remember. Haven't paid as much attention to it as I should have probably, but that may be an interesting play if you're super keen on the base ecosystem, but probably better plays out there right now. Litecoin, the right coin, looks like most charts in crypto right now. Zcash is our anomaly right now. Look at this bad boy. The one I did not buy, the one I faded. Everyone's pumping Zcash, and it's like, Zcash, lame, man. It's like an old dino coin. Who gives a crap about anything about Zcash anymore? Well, apparently Naval Ravikant and a few other big whales from the Bitcoin and social media world, and they have been pumping the living crap out of Zcash, and Zcash has been responding. This has been a killer trade for anybody who got involved. I faded. I think I was $80 when we started talking about the Zcash. I was like, I'm going to fade this. And then here we are now, 200% later. Like I said, I still would like to watch out for a retest here around that sort of 185 level approximately, which is where the 20-day EM is currently in the previous price resistance, which could flip into support. Alternatively, if you see a break beyond 300, all-time high, or not all-time high, but let's say recent high breakout. That could be a run there as well, to $400 or $500, something like that. A lot of people get excited about that. Anyway, guys, we're not signed up to the newsletter yet. Sign up to the newsletter. It's awesome. It's free. It's free. Links right down here or in the pinned comment, I think, over on X. So go check it out. Thank you very much. So, Lark's so tired of this BS. He's sitting down for live today. Still feeling rough after the surgery, man. Just trying to take it easy. Now you talk about Avantis after it goes to shit. Well, it's like I said, man, when it was $1.60 or whatever, I was watching it, but I wasn't buying it back then. Now here we are. Now, has it gone? Here's the question. Avantis is an interesting example. Has anything fundamentally changed for Avantis? If you liked it at $1.60 or whatever, why wouldn't you like it now at, I don't know, was it 40 cents or whatever? Still, the token doesn't really capture any value, which is my problem with it, but a lot of tokens don't capture any value. If the perp dex meta heats up again, it's probably the best play on base for that. But I'm trying not to take too many positions here, guys. If anything, I want to keep moving more money out of crypto and into stocks. So, or just keep consolidating my current positions and have fewer eggs in the basket to watch. Hydrate. My good buddy owned Zcash. Don't know what he bought it at. I think he bought it last bull market. Oh, no. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear about that, Nicholas. I got to the end of the story. I'm like, fuck. I was hoping this was going to end up really awesome. It sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That's losing friends is always really rough, man. You just got to, I was thinking about this earlier, just imagine if you woke up tomorrow and somebody said, hey, this is your last day. When you go to sleep tonight, it's over. What the hell are you going to do with that day? It gives you perspective on life, gratitude to be here any day. Crazy shit, man. Anyway, what's the hat do? I'm trying not to go bald, Colin. The red light's supposed to help stimulate hair growth. Aptos has been disappointing, but I still think it'll have a run. It probably will. Probably have a run at some point, but yeah, it has been super disappointing, especially compared to some of the other plays you could have put your money into. A lot of people probably unalive themselves after Friday. I know at least one guy. Yeah, I mean, there was a few. I know there was like this Ukrainian guy who I guess was managing a shit ton of money for like, you know, politicians and security apparatus people, and I guess he lost it all and took his own way out versus probably getting hunted down and chopped to pieces by those people. So fuck yeah, it's brutal, man. It's brutal. You know, at the end of the day, it's all just money. And that's the crazy thing. We get so fucked up about money and our net worth and our ego attachment to our net worth. And I've been through it all, man. It's been a crazy ride in crypto from holy shit, I'm a genius to holy shit, I'm an idiot. Oh my God, I'm about to lose everything. To holy shit, I'm rich again. This is great. It's crazy. It's one of the reasons why I keep taking money out of the crypto market. It's a great place to speculate and trade and make money when the conditions are good. A lot of the time. This place is crazy, man. That's why it's good to have diversification. That's why I was very annoyed to have to sell my my gold and silver. I mean, the silver I sold just to, so we live in New Zealand, and it's like, okay, well, I just keep that here in a vault and just be, you know, money on the other side of the world somewhere just tucked away nicely. But I couldn't find a vault that would do the silver for any kind of reasonable, you know, storage fee. But I did find one that did a reasonable storage fee for gold. So, okay, screw it. I'll sell the silver. Oh, I love my silver coins and my little silver bars. They're the best. Sell the silver, buy gold. Fantastic. Did that. Left all the gold sitting there. And then I got my my exit tax bill from New Zealand. And I was like, oh my God. I guess I'm going to sell the gold too. It's not the worst situation. Ended up selling around $3,000, but I was planning on holding it for very, very long time. Anyway. Managing 30 million loss. So I guess talking about the Ukrainian guy. Tanya, what's up? Nice to see you. Thank you. Love the content. Lark streamers tend to be so serious. Yeah, guys, should have fun making money or losing money. Either way we do it. Just go fishing on red days. Dude, that is the way. Just zone it out. Get out. They did this study. You guys may have seen this. I can't remember what it was, but they basically took 70 people and they took 35 of them, left them on social media, took 35 of them, took them off social media. The 35 people, of course, off social media were dramatically happier. Unsurprisingly. Stay away from the poop coins. If BlackRock is developing their own blockchain technology, Synoptic, for tokenization of real-world assets, what's that say about the future of Ondo and the partnership with them? I don't know. It's an interesting one. I haven't looked into it very much. Yeah, like I've always said with Ondo, I like Ondo Finance, but the coin just is not capturing any value right now. You know, so the company is doing great, but you as a token holder don't benefit from that in any way. At least if you owned public stock, there'd be something they do buybacks or some shit and drive the price up or give you dividends at some point. But owning the Ondo token, you get to govern the platform, baby. I wish they'd turn on some kind of fee sharing switch or something like that. That'd be great. Anyway, I don't know, man. That's an interesting question. I don't know what the exact nature of the BlackRock blockchain Synoptic is going to be. Obviously, they're going to want to control things themselves, and it doesn't mean that they are not going to continue a partnership with Ondo Finance. It just means that they want to have control over everything, which of course was always going to be the case. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an open network or a closed network. You know, JP Morgan's got a blockchain, but it's basically a, you know, closed system. But if BlackRock runs an open network, which I don't know if they will, you know, it depends on what they're doing and what kind of money they're moving and all this sort of stuff. I could see them launching a private network and then still having partnerships with people like Ondo Finance for more public network stuff. So it's not necessarily a threat to that, but and I don't think that BlackRock will probably drop. They're not gonna like drop it. I don't see BlackRock like doing an airdrop. We're gonna do an airdrop for our token guys. Get in the Discord and like say good morning every day. For some reason, I don't think BlackRock's going to go that route. They'll just be their own sort of thing. Get a lot of Voss. I wish I could drink sparkling water right now, man. I have to wait a few weeks for that. Everybody was October, then we got liquidated. Fed started lowering interest rates. Macros in our favor. Interestingly, like I said, it was last week, wasn't it? I was saying that usually you start, most of our Octobers have started with a small dip going into October because everybody has overly big expectations for October. If you look at the last few Octobers, we've had a dip going in. I mean, obviously Friday was not a dip. That was a fucking massacre of leverage that is incredibly rare black swan event in the market. That's a whole different story. But I still think we end the month green, especially, and here's the thing. If we get resolution to the trade dispute between China and the US, if Xi Jinping and Donald Trump sign a deal, it's on, baby. You know, I almost think like I was thinking about this. Like, I just imagine like Xi Jinping wakes up, checks Twitter. He's like, "Oh, what did Donald say today? Oh, that's a good move, Donald. What are we gonna do back? You know, like just sitting there playing chess. You know, just messing with each other. Anyway, those guys, man. I think a trade deal will come, and I think when that trade deal comes, it'll be a very strong tailwind for the market. Obviously, watch out for when the heck is the next FOMC? I almost forgot about the Federal Reserve for a minute. FOMC next date. Let's see what comes up here. Federal Reserve Board website. October 28th. Oh, we're still 2 weeks out. And then there's none in November. And then December 9th. So we have 2 more Fed meetings this year. Both probably get a rate cut. Okay. Is it really a red light therapy hat? So this hat's to block EMF. Hey, I should put some tinfoil on the top. Yes. That's a great idea. So he's looking kind of bearish. All the coins basically are looking bearish right now. The majors, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are looking the best. I mean, they have some exceptions like Zcash, which has a really good looking chart right now. But most of the altcoins look pretty fucking bad right now. And until they recover at least their 20-day moving averages, they're going to be in a bearish trend. Now, you hope that the bearish trend breaks out, especially by the end of October. We don't start seeing a succession of lower highs and lower lows, because that means we could bleed out for longer than people may want to accept at this point. Do you think crypto would have been better under Gensler and Biden? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Ricky. At least Trump's trying to actually, you know, get the economy kickstarted again and stuff like that. The entire year of Biden's job numbers in 2024 were literally all a lie. Gensler was trying to kill crypto. Biden was trying to kill crypto. They were literally trying to kill crypto with choke point 2.0, weaponizing the SEC to attack companies like Coinbase. No, it was an absolute shit show nightmare under them, and good fucking riddance. Good fucking riddance, man. Whatever you may think about all the other shit that Trump does, and even about his grifting within crypto, you have to realize that he has passed the Genius Act for stablecoins. They're pushing forward crypto clarity. We have an SEC that is aligned with making USA the crypto capital of the world. We have a Treasury Secretary who's like balls deep into Bitcoin, man. The fucking vice president owns Bitcoin. Trump is now one of the biggest Bitcoin holders in the world through his company. Why did you choose New Zealand? Long story, Colin, but when I was a little guy living in America, 9/11 happened. And my mom woke me up. She said, "Oh my God, America's under attack." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so we went to the county courthouse in rural Pennsylvania where we lived at the time, got our passports, and ladies, they're like, "Oh, how you doing today? You know, what's so bad? What's happening today? Blah, blah, blah. You know, where do you go? You guys getting your passports? Oh, you going overseas the holiday?" My mom points at the TV. She's like, "No, we're leaving and we're never coming back." So that's kind of how I went to New Zealand. Mom's like, "Let's go to the farthest place away from America." We went to New Zealand. From rural Pennsylvania. But so that's kind of why we chose New Zealand. And I stayed in New Zealand for a very long time. I love New Zealand. New Zealand's fantastic. Great place to be. I think right now at my point in my life, it's not the place where I want to be. You know, maybe go back there later, maybe not. I don't know. Currently, there's zero plans to go back to New Zealand. That's why we're living in Dubai currently. And after Dubai, it might even be, you know, go live in Switzerland or something, or I don't know. We keep having this conversation, me and my wife. What do we do after Dubai? Is there an after Dubai? Or do we just live here for the best parts of the year and then just take off every summer? It's not bad either. Is the bull run over? No. Until the macro changes, the bull run is not over. I I would find it very hard to believe that crypto goes into its own sort of little complete effed up terrible bear market. Well, stocks keep ripping, gold keeps ripping, all that stuff for a year. Interest rates come down, the housing market unthaws, that all starts ripping again. Just drink on the red days. Let's go. XRP, yeah, Bobby, XRP and Solana ETFs look like they're going to be the first ones through the gate. I think those ones are the farthest along and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's coming. The problem is the SEC, because the government's still shut down, the SEC is not approving ETFs right now, right? So as soon as the SEC opens back up, I would expect that we see Solana and probably XRP ETFs within a few weeks of that opening back up. So that's good. Let's see how it plays out. Bull run is not over. That's what we're saying, James. D James. That's what I'm saying, man. Bull run is not over. Hold the line. Amen to that. I bought more at the weekend. I'm buying more this week. Bought some more Solana this morning. It's like, that's around $200. Screw it, and buy some more. I think over about $220. I'm not going to buy any more Solana, but under around $200, I'm a buyer. Screw it, I'll buy some more. I'll probably buy some probably buy some more pump and stuff like that too. Keep adding to those other altcoin bags. All right, one or two more questions here, guys. We'll finish up for the day. Do you think we'll finally come to an agreement? I mean, eventually they're going to come to an agreement. I mean, they can't keep the government shut down for months or years. Like, that's crazy talk. Mick. Yes, brother. Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I always smoke right before you go live. Oh man. I was in the States over the summer. My dad lives in New York on this little Indian reservation town, and they have just like all these smoke shops everywhere. And it's so funny is like you literally go to the gas station and they give you a free, smoke to take home, those kind of smokes. And so we're at the gas station and my dad's like, you got to get the free smoke. I'm like, Dad, I don't smoke. You don't smoke either. Yeah, but it's free. You got to get it, man. Come on, let's get it. I'll give it away to somebody. Like, all right, screw it. Let's get it. Put the thing in the car. Oh man, the car stunk so bad after that. Anyway. I guess Lark didn't care about how many gold medals his new country wins during the Olympics. You still root for New Zealand, man. New Zealand's never been the number one Olympic performer in the world, but hey, they did do okay. You got to root for your home team, man. Does the wife get tired of hearing all this crypto stuff, or is she too fully invested? No, we talk about what she loves hearing about. We talk about this stuff all the time. I live near a reservation. What reservation? The Seneca reservations out in Western New York. Smoking right now. Let's go. Dan, good morning. I found wives will sit and listen to anything profitable. Your dad, yeah, my dad is a cool cat. Yeah. Jesse can confirm. Smoking in bed. Let's go. So many people enjoying. Fantastic. All right, guys. We'll finish on this one. This is my first fight cycle. The Friday crash, I thought, is this bear market starting now? No, I don't think so. This is honestly much more reminiscent of like March 2020, which then saw the market go on to crazy shit. So all the macro conditions are lining up for markets to continue moving up. Now, maybe I'll be terribly wrong. Maybe I'm going to lose all my fucking money again. Wouldn't be the first time. I think we have the days of this market cycle still ahead of us. It's not going to be easy. It never fucking is. Not all altcoins are going to make it. In fact, the vast majority of them are already dead and they're going to keep dying. And coins from last cycle, you can't just keep holding on with blind hope, okay? You have to be ready to adapt. You have to be ready to move on. You have to be ready to see what's in front of you, what the market likes, what the market doesn't like, okay? And don't be afraid, of course. If you're 100% crypto, you're crazy, dog. If you're 100% Bitcoin, I fully understand you. If you're 100% crypto, you're crazy. Should have some stocks and some gold and some real estate or something like that, but in there, man, like, oh, go now, guys. Anyway, You guys are awesome. We're going to hop out there for the day. I appreciate your time. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have another good time. Peace.